Hey, welcome back, everybody. Today we got the CTSV coming back over today. We're going to put a rear carbon fiber spoiler on the trunk, um, and he should be getting here very soon. This is it, the from Anderson Composite here. It mounts with 4 screws or studs on the bottom, and we just got to get this interior trim off here and just replace the stock small one here. But first, there's a little plastic cover here you gotta pop off. There's a 7mm screw here, and then we're gonna pull this out and just start getting this off. This piece here, it X snaps in on both sides, so it's pretty simple to get off. Just kind of pull it off there. So inside here, there's these little clips that press into those holes. You gotta kind of be careful with it. I basically used one of these tools here, got behind it, and just pull them out. So now after getting this all off, so you have a clip here, here, here on the bottom side. To get this off, you got to push it in because there's a hole in the fabric part that slips into here. And then anywhere you see these oval slots, it's not too hard to get these off. Just try to pry on the clip side of those plastic things so they don't come off. And it looks like this is glued on. So anybody that keeps thinking it might be bolts, it's not bolts. So we're gonna have to heat this up to get it off. So with the edges taped off so this tool doesn't rub on the paint. Although this area is going to be covered anyway by the new one, so it's really not going to matter if you do put a few little scuffs on it. But anyway, it is coming up with just a hair dryer. I do have a heat gun, but I prefer not to use that because it's kind of way hotter than that. So we're just going to heat it up and work our way across until it's all off. This is what we got left. The spoiler came off in about, I would say, 5 minutes. Just with heat and working our way across. And now we just got these adhesive strips that are here. We're gonna try to get it off as best as we can before we put the new one on, because like I said, this one bolts on, so that's not gonna be an issue as far as like getting it reattached, because the surface doesn't have to be perfect for it to stay. So the easiest way to get this stuff off, this car is fairly new, is just kind of get it at the edge and just roll it back. Older cars, you might not have this kind of success, but this is working pretty good. Almost to the edge here. Okay, so we just have it set down on the car. It's not bolted down or nothing. There's 4 holes it lines up with. It's looks pretty good. I know it doesn't look like it's pulled down, but like I said, it's just sitting on there. It's got to get tightened up, but it looks really good. Get a side. We use some clear silicone on these other holes that don't end up getting used, but we got the 4 nuts in here. And now all we got to do is just put the fabric back in. So you see all these clips on here. This little hole here, there is a part right there, that little tab there. That part's got to go in there so that this thing will even go in place, because when you take it off, it won't come out until you get that out of there. Popping this back on, you gotta make sure that your little escape handle is through that hole. And now all we gotta do is pop this piece of trim back on, put that on with the 7mm, and that's it. So there's that little plate, block off plate for the nut, like a trim cover. So it's all back together, and that's it.
Handprints off or get that final.
All right, so this is the final bolted on version. It looks way more aggressive than that little tiny stock one. And it fits the lines very well. So I actually think this is a pretty quality piece from the parts they give you and the way it bolts on and all that's pretty well thought out. As a look at the stock one, that is how it is attached. So there's actually not a lot of adhesive. My plaid had way more than this, so this just had like an outline, so that made it easier to come off. But it is just like urethane, so it flexes pretty well. So, but that's that. There you have it. Like I said, it's very good quality. I do like that it bolts on. So many spoilers I've done lately, they just are adhesive on, and this, the whole lining it up and everything, it makes it so much simpler because obviously it just goes in the holes and it's centered. So, with that said, though, I would say that was very high quality product. It was made very well, and I think it's going to stand up the test of time. So, please, if you like what you see, hit that like button and subscribe, and we will catch you on the next one.